Mercedes-Benz E-Class Coupe review. A potential headache for new Mercedes-Benz S-Class Coupe owners who are realizing right about now that they just spent £50,000 more than they needed to. Less than a year after the saloon went on sale, the E-Class range has multiplied like a wet gremlin with the Estate, AMG E63, Saloon and Estate, jacked up all-terrain, Coupe and convertible all either on sale or arriving in the next few months. Here we have the Coupe, the hardest to justify, but the easiest to fall in love with. The product of an almost 50-year history that stretches back to 1968 and the wonderfully named Stroke 8 Coupe. It's Mercedes doing what it does best: luxury, space, technology and style. Sure, there's a selfish element to choosing a coupe, but Merc has tried to ease that decision by making this new car 123mm longer and 74mm wider, with a 68mm wider track front and rear than its predecessor. That means 74mm more legroom in the back and better purchase on the road. Just make sure your parallel parking is up to scratch. Let's dwell on the styling for a moment, given this is largely an aesthetic choice. It's pretty, not in a tongue-wagging sort of a way, but it has presence like all new Mercs do. In fact, D-Badget and everyone except miffed S-Class Coupe owners will have a hard time telling it apart from its bigger brother. Same goes for the way it drives. Almost 70% of UK buyers went for the E220D last time around, a decision that's hard to fault, especially now this new 191 bhp 2.0-liter diesel is infinitely quieter, cleaner, 61.4 mpg, 119 grams per kilometer, and faster, 0-62 mph in 7.4 seconds. It won't give you that surplus of power sensation, but for floating around and enjoying the incredible refinement, supple ride, adaptive dampers standard, air suspension is a worthwhile £1,495 option, and slick 9-speed gearbox. It answers all the questions. If you need a little more excitement in your life, then the E300 with its 242 bhp 2.0-liter turbo petrol has a fruitier exhaust note and works the chassis a little harder, while the 328 bhp biturbo V6 in the E400 brings a genuine turn of pace. But why work so hard and burn more fuel than is strictly necessary? If you must have 6 cylinders, may we suggest you wait a little for the E350D to arrive towards the end of 2017. If you do decide to throw caution to the wind and attack a few corners, then it equips itself rather well, resisting roll better than its predecessor thanks to the wider track. The brakes are suitably strong for a 1.8-ton coupe. Go anywhere near a track and they're likely to melt quite quickly, though, but you don't expect any communication from the steering or much adjustability in the chassis. The name of the game here is keeping all 4 tires stuck to the road and chopping distance, which is why the 4MATIC all-wheel drive, standard on the E400, soon to be optional on the 220D, is a good way to go. Often, the latest suite of driver assistance systems that brake, accelerate and steer for you can feel frustratingly intrusive, but here, sitting back and letting somebody, or something, else do the hard work seems entirely natural. The E-Class Coupe is about looking good and finishing every journey more refreshed than you began. It's Mercedes at its imperious best.